Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the They Lima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I suppose. Yeah, put that. I don't know why, but we'll put those over there. Okay, so the card you're starting off with is really good. You got the Sun card. That's everything's good. Feeling like everything's optimal. That's usually that optimal feeling. Very happy, like this is the best I could get, but this is very much what I want. Feeling like everything fits, and it's just that really good moment. Your partner seems to be holding on to something. Now this is interesting to me, why you feel the Sun card is here. Like why you're feeling so good, because I feel like your partner doesn't want to let go of something. And I'm getting this is connected with your Sun card too. You got the Six of Swords. Something's moving on. I feel like your partner's not letting go of something. But you are letting go of something. Like they're holding on to the past in some respect. And I feel like that's giving you the opportunity to let go of a situation because they don't want to go forward. Something you were going forward on, you're letting go of. But I feel like that's working for you. That's working for you, and the Sun card is there. Like, you're okay letting this go, or no? No. But it's working out. Like, everybody seems to be happy. Why do you have the Sun card, though, if you don't want to really let it go? Like, it's working out better for you, because, like, you were going to go in a different direction. It's working out better for you to let that go and let your partner hold on to what they want to hold on to. Is that right? Okay. You have the Sun card, though. Like, that seems like you're okay with it. Like, that's fine. It's not what you really wanted to do, but it's keeping the peace and everything's working out. Letting that go seems to be working. No harm done. Everything's fine. I don't feel like it's like any sweat off your brow to do that. It's not really what you wanted to do, but you're fine doing it because everybody's getting along. Everything's working out. You didn't really want to let go of it, but it's just because everybody's happy. That's fine. You're cool with it. It's good. No big deal. No sweat off your brow. Now, there's more to this. You got the Four of Swords. You're letting go of this, but that's opening a different door for you. Whatever your partner's holding on to, they're not willing to let go of something. They're not willing to budge on something. And you're walking away from it. Like, all right, you can hold on to that. That's fine. But if they're holding on to that, that seems to open other doors for you, and you're thinking, all right, they don't want to move on that. What can I do with that? It's like somehow this works to your advantage. Like you're seeing an opportunity here because your partner doesn't want to let go of something. Now, is this like a balancing out? No. Something they're not letting go of, it's like you can do something with that. You can make this work to your advantage is what I'm getting. Either it's like, whatever they're doing, it's like giving you an opening time-wise, or there's an opportunity that comes from that. I'm really having a hard time, though, catching on to what exactly that is. Maybe because it's very diverse, depending on how this is hitting you. Usually something comes forward, but nothing is really coming forward. But seriously, you got the Magician card coming forward. You're creating opportunities based on what your partner's not willing to let go. And I'm getting like, it's almost like a jump. It's like a jumping board, a jumping point from this. You're building off of this. What they're not willing to let go of, you're building off of that, and that's what you're using the Magician for. So whatever they're holding on to, whatever they're not willing to change, you're building from that. All right, you don't have to change that, but I'm going to build from that because I know that you want to keep that. So I'll build from it, and things will be very stable. You'll go with me because I'm building from it. You know that they're going to stand behind you with that. They're going to go right along with it. As long as you build from that, cool, everything's good. And I'm getting not only not only are you seeing that you can build from it, but they'll support you. They'll work with you on that. That seems to be like the thing here. That's your sunny day there, because you're like, all right, you don't want to move on that. I'll build from that, and then they're gonna support you and then help you with that. It's really working to your benefit. You're like, it seems like you're having this clarity of thought. Like, this is what I need to do. If I build from that, not only will that be stable, but they'll also help me. They'll help me with that. This is something they'll be very inspired to work with me on. This will work. And you're completely right. You're completely right. The Queen of the Queen of Pentacles is here. But there's a wand field with the Page of Wands. So, alright, that makes sense with the wands. As long as you keep going and holding true to what... Sorry about the cars. Holding true to what they want. Not only will this make a very sound base, but they'll be very motivated to work with you because they want this. This is working to your favor. And the King of Wands is right next to it, or this is why the Wands is pulling in. And the Success right on it. They're very motivated. They want this to lock in. They don't want to let this go. They don't want this. Whatever it is they're holding on to, they don't want that to change. And when you're building from it and you're working with them on that, you're getting a lot of support. You're getting a lot of help. Things are working out very easily for you. Very easily. Like, this is really smart. I feel like you're seeing it for what it is. Because their challenge card is the Five of Pentacles. They're afraid... They seem to be afraid that you're going to try to push them away from this, or it's going to be hard for them to hold on to. I feel like it's more actually, it's hard for them to hold on to it by themselves. It's hard for them to hold on to this by themselves. But if you're building onto this with them, they feel like if you're building from it and they're working with you, like, you'll have an investment on this. You'll also try to hold on to this same thing that they want to hold on to. They feel like for them to actually keep what they want, they can't hold on to it by themselves forever. They need your support. So you building from it, they have to help you. They want this to cement in. They feel like if they help you and they work with you, they'll be able to hold on to this because you'll help them hold on to this. That seems to be a big thing here, a big thing. Now, I'm pulling on this for you first, the Nine of Cups. And this is what makes things better. I feel like you're both on the same page. Everybody seems to be happy. Things are working very, very well. But I feel like this cooperative effort is like you're very happy, very pleased. You're working with the situation. You know they're getting what they want. It's helping you. You're able to work with it to get what you want. You're both... It's working out good. This is very complimenting. The only challenge card here is... I'm noticing the Eight of Cups here. It's kind of like what you wanted before, what you originally wanted, and I feel like just kind of not... How do I put this? Like, whatever you wanted, not completely letting go of it, but just making sure that you kind of try to keep what you can. This one is interesting because you got the Eight of Cups, which to me feels like a good card, and you got the Friendship right here, and these are your challenges. And I'm getting like... See, you're not coming up with a lot of adversity, so what is the issue here? I just feel like giving up on what you want is the challenge. Giving up on your original thing, but I still don't feel like that's a big thing. So, like, where are we going with this? I feel like what they're saying here is like things... Nope, they're saying not to change it again. To realize that what you're cementing in is literally cementing in. And realizing that's your challenge card. To realize this is actually what you're doing here, building off of this thing that your partner wants to keep. That's going to lock this in. That's not going to be really negotiable after this. And I feel like that's what they're saying. To realize that like that's something that you can't really... You're not going to have a lot of play with. You're not going to have a lot of leeway with it. Once it's locked in, your partner wants to keep it locked in and is very motivated to keep it going in a certain direction, to keep what they want, to keep it locked down, to keep it stable, to keep it like very stable. Like this Pentacles card here is telling me the way it locks in there is what they want to keep it as. Like degree of movement or like, you know, changing things up a little bit every now and then, it's not an option. But I'm getting like the friendship card with this is talking with them, keeping in line with them, seeing how they really feel. Make sure you don't have guesswork about like what you think they feel or what you think they're interpreting from this. Talk with them, see what they actually want, because I feel like they're going to get, I feel like going down the road they're going to get very stringent on what they want and how they want it to be, because they very much want to hold this, like they want to hold this very tightly. And if they feel like you're going a different direction or you're trying to veer this in a different direction, that could cause conflict. All it takes here is just to keep those friendly conversations going, touch bases on this subject every now and then, going forward. Just every now and then, just touch base, talk about it. How are they feeling? What's going on? Because I feel like they're going to get very stringent. Like they're going to get very, like I feel stringent is the best word I can put. Very particular about things and the way things go with this situation that we're dealing with. So as long as you keep that friendly conversation going, I feel like that won't be a big issue. But if you lose touch in the sense of like talking about this subject, it could get a little bit uncomfortable for you, and you may feel like you're kind of under the gun here, or kind of restricted, and it may be uncomfortable. But as long as you keep the conversation flowing, and they know that you're in the same line as them, you want to keep this going, the situation that they want, you're very much in line with that, keeping that, I feel like it'll feel better for you. It'll go better for you. Is that good? Okay. I feel like that took a minute to get through, but I think we got it. All right. Let's do Sagittarius singles and see what we got for you guys. Single Sagittarius. What do we got for single Sagittarius? Messages for single Sagittarians. Messages for single Sagittarians. Messages for single Sagittarians. What do we have for single Sagittarians? Alright. Empowering information that shows them the truth, that helps them go forward the way they want to. Definitely. Alright, we got, let's do these. There's a couple of the same cards in here, which isn't that shocking, but I'm noticing where they're hitting, and I'm like, I feel like it's similar energy, which that shouldn't be shocking either, I get that. Stop. Don't get card happy. Okay. Single Sagittarians. The energy you're working with, is this starting to change in your favor? I'm seeing here in the past the Five of Pentacles. Whoever you're interested in, if you were getting their attention, you definitely weren't getting enough to where you thought you really had a shot. Like, it was very casual. They didn't seem that overly enthused to be around you. They didn't seem overly motivated to go on a date or hang out with you, whatever that might be. And the Five of Pentacles is usually like a lack card. Like, you feel like you're lacking. So I feel like in some respect or another, you just didn't feel like there was enough there to actually create something from this. You wanted it, is what I'm getting, but it just wasn't seeming to happen. Now, my first thought when I see this card in your thoughts, and this is just your thoughts, you have the Death card. Like, you're feeling like this is a no-go. This is gonna just fade off. Nothing's gonna come from it. Nothing's gonna come from it. But, and excuse me, my nose is just crazy today. I'm noticing the wheel comes around, and I know it is definitely where you're standing. But to you, I feel like when things start to go your way, you're thinking like, "Ooh, maybe fate is going my way in this situation." You're feeling like maybe this is a turn for the better. I do see this person now. Whoever this was, and they originally didn't seem to be all overly interested. You thought it was going to fade away. I do see their reaction towards you is the Nine of Cups. They do see a lot of value in you, but they've been slow to react to it. And I feel like that's subjective. That's subjective. Because I want to say that it's just taken them a while to be comfortable with it. But I feel like they're saying it's subjective, like you got to look at this person. I feel like if you look at how this person lives life, some people, you're connecting with somebody who's just definitely a slow mover. Other people, there's something else going on there where they just kind of, maybe they're busy or something else is going on there, but they definitely look at you in a positive light. They see value in you, but I feel like, you know, it's taken them a while to come around and actually try to move on this situation. Now, you seem to have your own momentum. I'm getting you with the Page of Wands. You just kind of keep going with the situation. If this person comes towards you, which I feel they are, you're just kind of going, you're just kind of rolling with it. Just as it comes towards you, you're just kind of going with it. You were interested, but now I feel like even though you were interested before, it's not that you're not interested now. You're just kind of a little, I feel like a little leery would be the best way to put it. Kind of like, you're just kind of like, is this just going to be a quick moment and then you're just going to fade away on me again? Like, where is this going? Like, you're not really confident or comfortable that things are going to lock in. You're just kind of like, all right, they're coming at me again, but, you know, it could fade out again. So you're not getting overly confident or overly optimistic, but you're not, I don't feel like you're pessimistic. I wouldn't say pessimistic, but you're not getting overly optimistic like, ooh, I just won the lottery. You're just kind of feeling like things are going your way, but like, let me give it a second just to be sure. You're hoping things are going your way. It feels more like a hope card where this is lying in the reading. I feel like you're hopeful. You're not convinced. Okay. At the top, you got the Queen of Pentacles with the fertility. Now, this person is coming towards you, but they're not. It's not a grand. It's not like a grand gesture of love. It's just kind of showing interest and trying to. It seems like now they're trying to hang out with you. Now they're trying to take you up on offers. Maybe they want to go out to dinner with you, something like that. But it's not a grand gesture of love, but it's a good moment to, like, they're showing that they want to see you and they would like to hang around with you. And I just feel like you're questioning, like, is this just like an afterthought, or like, are they feeling something for you? Again, you're hopeful, but I wouldn't say overly optimistic. You're just kind of like, we'll see where it goes. And when this comes forward towards you from this person, I feel like I've kind of explained part of this already. Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Eight of Pentacles is kind of like you've been wanting this to happen, and you feel like this would be a good thing if it works. But the High Priestess is more of a realistic person. Yeah, I do want this to happen, but just because it's happening doesn't mean something's going to actually come of it. Like, I feel like we already went through this, I just didn't pick up the cards, just to be fair. Alright, that's moving into this next section, which is the Fool and the Strength card together. It seems to be picking up a little bit of momentum, a little bit. It's not going crazy out of control. It's not like passion is erupting all over the place. I just feel like things are going better. You're seeing more interest from this person, and you're kind of like, the Fool card there is telling me like you would like this to go forward. You're feeling like maybe that wheel is really turning your way, but you're kind of like, you're holding yourself together. You're just like, I don't want to jump ahead. Because what if this just kind of what if the bottom drops out of this because I put too much pressure on the situation? You're really getting hopeful. This is the part where you're starting to get hopeful, but that High Priestess energy is still there with you, and you're just like, I'm really feeling it. I really think it's going to work. I think something's going to happen here, but I'm going to let them take the lead. I feel like that's where you're going with this. I'm going to let them take the lead. I'm going to hold myself together. I'm going to just kind of keep myself over here to the side. I'll keep reacting positively and going along with this, but they took a while to come towards me. I want to be sure this is actually something happening, and I want them to come towards me. If they're really interested, I am into this. I'm down for this. But I just feel like the Strength card next to the Fool is like, you're really optimistic. You're really starting to get really hopeful, really optimistic. You think really this is going to happen. But you're just like, you know what, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to hold myself together and let them lead the way. Is that right? Okay. Now, the next thing, the last card I see popping in here is the King of Wands. They do lead the way, and they tell you what they want to do, and they're putting it right out there. I don't really feel there's a lot of explanation about what took them so long to come around. Whatever took them so long to come around, I'm not really feeling a lot of explanation. I just feel like they're more centering on where they want to go. And I feel like they're coming forward toward you saying they want to make something out of this. They want to start being more exclusive. just the two of you. Just to be fair, this is coming through that some of you really don't want to know why this took some time, because I feel like for some of you, there was a challenger. There was somebody else in the picture, and they were giving somebody else a shot first before they went towards you. When that other person didn't work out, then they decided to try things out with you. I don't feel like it's like one is better than the other type thing. I just feel like for some reason the other person they were already starting to see, so they didn't really move on going forward with you because they were already getting to know someone else and they weren't sure where that was going. It just didn't work out. But that was already happening. They were just being quiet about it. So I don't want it to look like it wasn't like a competition, but they were kind of already sort of seeing someone else. And they were like, well, let me see where this is going first. And then they made their decision that really wasn't what they wanted. So when that ended, then they came towards you. So you have to decide what you think about that. And I'm getting that's not for everybody, but some of you may not want to hear that and may not that may not go well with you. I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but it may not sit well with you. So you may not want to know that. Otherwise, at that point, that's where I feel like you're gonna go forward with this. So I think the point of this ending is like you may not want to ask that question, what took them so long to come around? You may not like the answers. That's all we're saying about that. It doesn't change things really, but I just feel like you might not want to hear it. So they're saying the best bet is just to let the past stay in the past. Whatever reason they had for taking a while to come towards you, they came towards you now, and it's honest. So go with that. Kind of live in the moment type situation. All right, I feel like we're good there. All right, let's wrap that up. If you'd like a reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.